Let's see if you actually have things to
So
say.
you went into the Geth consensus? Like virtual reality?
Yeah, it was strange, but I got out all right.
Did you? I mean, how would you know?
How would I know what?
If you really got out. See, if the Geth experience everything virtually, then you could only think you're in the real world. What if this, like everything you're seeing now, is a simulation?
Thanks, Joker. You're such a comfort to me.
Shepard, you are now possibly the only living organic who has experienced the Geth consensus. Do you feel different?
It was fascinating. Mind-blowing. And I'm also a bit thirsty.
And just like that, the magic is gone.
Did you just say what I think you said?
No.
What? What? The magic is gone? Really?
Hello, Shepard.
Commander?
I think that's a perfectly valid point to say you're thirsty. It implies that there was some sort of biological effect of being in the consensus and being in virtual reality. Also, I feel like David might have experienced the Geth consensus. Potentially. In a way, I suppose he kind of became the Geth consensus. He took over the Geth. It's hard to say with that guy, honestly. I'm not really sure what happened to him. I'm not entirely sure I really want to know the gory details of what happened to him.
Have you ever seen recordings of Liara's mother, Matriarch Benezia?
Yes? What about her?
And remember Samara, the Asari Justica?
Where are you going with this, Kenneth?
Have you noticed that older Asari women seem to be a bit more ample? Do you think they just keep growing?
Kenneth!
I think I'll spend my sunset days in an Asari retirement home.
If I don't kill you first.
If somebody doesn't kill you first. Seriously? You're gonna be that lewd around Asari matriarchs and justicars? I think you're gonna get your ass kicked, Donnelly. Honestly.
Commander.
Nothing to report.
Need anything, Commander?
No. No, I think we're all
Carry
good.
on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Alright, let's take a quick look at who we have. Huh. No Javik. Where's Javik hiding? And it's only Cortez. Okay, what's happening? Guess James and Javik in the mess hall. Alright. I've got to know what you guys are doing, but first we're going to visit Allers just to see what kind of trouble she's been up to, because we haven't visited her in a while.
Breaking now, the Arcturus station destroyed and the Alliance Parliament feared dead. But Admiral Stephen Hackett says the fleets can regroup. We'll hear it from him right here in the battle space. Does Dr. Tassoni ever let you in her room? 'Cause she keeps me out.
Well, yeah, you're a reporter with a camera that follows her everywhere. I'm her freaking captain. Commander. Commander. I need to stop calling myself captain. Technically I am, but really I'm just a commander. Alright, so, crew deck, we need to see what's going on with those guys. And really, by need, I mostly mean that I just really want to see what's going on with those guys, considering they're both kind of not here. Oh, there you guys are. They're both interesting personalities.
Prothean, huh?
Yes.
You guys like to drink, booze it up?
No.
Okay. What about gambling? Play cards?
Games of chance were punishable by death in the Empire.
Oh, sure. That seems reasonable. Okay. So, smoking. You ever do that?
Only when my armor became inflamed.
Right. Yeah, smoking. I get it. So jokes then. You got jokes. All right. You got any good ones?
No. Yes.
Give them to me.
The Tulomorian spy entered the enemy's camp and said to the Vanksher, I didn't know your parnaps could glow. That was the joke.
All right. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. That was a good one.
No, it wasn't. I just made it up. The joke is now on you, human. You will believe anything.
Javik, that's not what that was about. He didn't believe you. He was trying to be welcoming. He's trying to bond with you, trying to come up with some kind of conversation. I know you're a stone-cold-hearted sentient being, But come on, lighten up a little bit, buddy.
You took a great risk in allowing a machine access to your mind, Commander. What if they had infected you?
Then you'd be dead right now.
Hey, Commander.
James, what are you up to?
A little cooking, hope you don't mind. I was craving some of my abuela's huevos rancheros. Not sure what kind of eggs these are, but they seem to work. Not as good as my abuela's, but best thing I've had since I got on board. And maybe it's best I don't know what kind of eggs these are, no?
Definitely best. Also, I kind of missed the fact that we had a cook at one point. We had a proper certified freaking cook on board.
I do not think this James soldier understands me. None of these cycles seem to understand me, and I do not care.
If you didn't care, you wouldn't bring it up, Javik, and people are trying to understand you, you're just not letting them.
Not at this time.
Alright.
Hey, Commander.
Alright, well, we're gonna check in on Mr. Calibration over there. If he's actually there. Yeah, he is. And then we'll check in with Liara, and because we got some intel, that means we should have some upgrades. We got a whole bunch of intel, actually, from that last mission.
This platform can be of some assistance, Garrus Vakarian.
I appreciate the offer, Legion, but this is something I know a thing or two about.
Telemetry data indicates the calibration of Normandy's weapon accuracy can be improved by 0.32%.
That's all? You can't squeeze 0.34% out of it?
Negative. That threshold is not possible.
You sure? Take a look now.
Scanning. Normandy's weapon systems have been improved by a margin of 0.43%. How did you accomplish this?
A little secret we organics like to keep. Always hold some back for emergencies.
Is our current situation an emergency?
A Geth meddling with our computers, telling me how to do my job? No, I can't imagine that would qualify.
No, that 0.43 was specifically reserved for showing off, wasn't it, Garrus? Well, good to know that you're actually doing some work back here and not using calibrating as an excuse not to talk to me.
Shepard, you just knew the Geth would figure into this war somehow.
Because Reapers weren't enough.
Still, it's good to have Tali here. This is as much her fight as ours.
Any word from Palaven?
Some, and I don't like what I'm hearing. The Krogan are there in force, but they're just slowing the Reapers down, not stopping them. I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
You hear anything from your family?
But I did hear from Primarch Victus. He wanted my advice on fleet strength when the Crucible is ready. Still can't get used to people asking me things like that.
What did you say?
I said, at some point, we're going to have to decide if our fleets keep defending Palaven or we go on the offensive.
Can't do both?
Not with the beating we're taking. Like I said, not the sort of questions I'm used to answering.
You know what you're doing, Garrus. Trust me, everyone can see that.
Maybe. But you spend so much time on the outside trying to get in, and when you do, it's not what I expected.
How so?
All the questions, and every one of them with 1,000,000 lives riding on the answer.
You do the best you can with what you know. It's no different than your days at CSEC.
You're right. Though I'm starting to understand why the galaxy needs cold-hearted dictators every now and then.
They get things done?
They don't give a damn about the consequences. Suppose that's what it's going to take, Shepard. The ruthless calculus of war. 10 billion people over here die, so 20 billion over there can live. Are we up for that? Are you?
I definitely feel like we've had this conversation before, Garrus.
If we reduce this war to arithmetic, we're no better than Reapers.
A nice sentiment. Let's hope we can live by it.
I'm Commander Shepard. Of course we can live by it. We can kick some ass.
So, a virtual Geth reality, huh, Shepard? There are a lot of ways I can think of getting a few kicks in this universe. That's not one of them.
Made a pretty good combat simulator. Then again, we've got to perfectly accept... We've heard it all before, Legion. That's really weird. I feel like we've heard a few things over and over again. Huh. But it's hard for me to remember considering this LP's been going on for so long, and I've played this game so many times that it's always going to be familiar to me. So I'm kind of counting on you guys to let me know.
For the Crucible glyph. 5 ex-Sonax Industries scientists who attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvug. They are technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax's part in instigating an illegal war on Garvug.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible. Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
That is a fair point. I guess all is fair in love and war, as they say. You got a blinking light. Ah, Dr. Cole. Okay, this is interesting. Email from... Aww. That's sweet. And finally... not so interesting. That's actually just rather mundane knowledge, but I guess it's good that it's thrown in there. It keeps things realistic rather than just being really nosy logs of what people are saying to each other. Alright, so we got 2 upgrades. Improved Geth resistors, which get us either a shield strength bonus or power damage bonus. Take a guess what I'm doing, guys. Power damage. All the time. Every time. And miniaturized armor capacitors, which gets us either a shield bonus or power cooldown. You guys know what I want. Sure, I could stay alive a little bit longer, but plus 5% to each my power recharge and my power damage? This is just too good to be true. Oh, now I really can't wait to get out in the field and properly start using flare on some people. Because if I wasn't abusing that power before, I am certainly going to be abusing it now. Okay, while we're here, we can check on Caden. Because he's right there. He's right in front of us. I might as well see what he's got to say.
What the hell, Shepard? What just happened? Actually, don't tell me. I've got work to do and I can't be distracted.
What?
I was plugged into the virtual world of the Geth consensus. Saw their history, purged a Reaper infection.
Crap. Now I'll be obsessing about how that works, instead of doing my Spectre Division expense report.
You're welcome.
Plus, seriously? Spectre Division expense report? I'm the one doing all the spending. What are you spending all of your money on besides drinks and food? And for the most part, it's mostly just drinks, because chances are you're just eating out of this kitchen. Apart from that time you made steak and bacon and bought beer for me and brought it to the Citadel, but that's about it. Okay, so, before we head on to rescue the Admiral, we're going to cut to the Silverstone Strip real quick, or indeed Anderson's apartment, and meet up with Jack. You know, just a little bit of downtime before rescuing the guy who needs saving. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Trust me, you want to do it this way so that you can actually make sure you're getting the most out of the Citadel DLC. You gotta go between missions and interacting with your crew on there if you want to get every possible conversation out of it.
So what? A private cabin on a stealth warship isn't enough for you?
I'm watching the place for a friend. What are you doing?
Calling Ezo.
Ezo?
Yeah, he's from Thessia. Naturally biotic from all the Element Zero. The biotics make them short-tempered, so a lot of them get abused or abandoned. Can you imagine someone doing that? I found him at a rescue place. I'm trying to teach him that it's okay to trust people. He started out really angry, but I've been giving him lots of love, and now he's a big old softie. What?
He seems like a good pet.
Yeah. Who's my badass biotic? Who's my badass biotic?
That's adorable. Incidentally, I feel like there's more to be discussed here. Hold on, Jack, are you still around? No, not in here. Yeah, for some weird reason, I don't actually remember that particular discussion with Jack. But I have a funny feeling that there's more that needs to be discussed with the Varen. Like, maybe she asks you to look after him at some point? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling. That's why I'm running around the apartment. Usually, if there's somebody to meet after one of your discussions, you'll see them, either that or you'll hear them somewhere in your apartment. And it looks like Jack is not lingering around for any particular reason. Possibly she lingers around if, you have your romance with her and, you know, you've actually got more to discuss besides the fact that she has a biotic dog. Alright, let's cut back to the ship and get on with rescuing that Admiral. Alright, since you guys didn't get to really do anything last time, I'm gonna bring out Tali and Garrus again, because, to be fair, they kind of just stood around doing nothing. They didn't get to take part in the mission whatsoever. And I feel like that's unfair if I say, okay, you guys were part of a mission, next to... Although, I probably would have brought Tali anyway. Oh yeah, and we leveled up! Perfect. Okay. Increase force and damage by biotic detonations by 50%. I don't really do force detonations, honestly. And recharge time after a biotic combo detonates. Okay, if we're gonna combo, then I'm gonna want it to do more damage. I'm sorry. I mean... Oh, this is such a hard choice. I'm gonna go with damage. It's been my mantra this entire time, and I'm gonna stick with it. As for you guys... you only have 4 points, so I can't upgrade. You only have 4 points, so I can't upgrade what I want to upgrade. Alright, well, we're gonna have to wait until you're next level up.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zan. Have you reached Koris' escape pod?
Not yet. What's your status?
The civilian fleet has taken significant losses since Koris sacrificed his ship to destroy a Geth ground cannon. Searching for their lost Admiral is the only thing keeping the captains from panicking.
What makes finding the Admiral a priority?
Despite opposing the invasion, he did an admirable job protecting our civilian ships. Without him, some of our non-combatants are planning to leave the flotilla. Picture the consequences, if you will.
I don't particularly blame them after everything that's happened, because chances are, they shared his view.
They've lost a leader in a war they didn't want.
Their wants are immaterial. We are committed. Even Koris understood the civilian fleet's importance. The invasion would be stalled without a supply chain, after all.
I'll do what I can. Keep your civilians safe.
I make no promises. My own ships must be coordinated for our final strike on Rannoch.
I'm getting some static.
It appears Koris crashed within range of a Geth jamming tower. You must disable it to contact him.
Make sure to proceed with caution.
Zen? Admiral Zen?
Sorry, we're going through a tunnel. We can't hear you.
Well, this should make things interesting.
We'll see in a minute. Take us in to the tower.
I love how she said that she had her own ships to coordinate for the attack. Hang on a second. As we learned, Admiral Zen has and is in command of a few research vessels. You don't really have your own fleet. You can't look after an actual fleet of ships? Come on. Come on. You're meant to be an admiral here.
The Geth installed anti-aircraft guns beside the jamming tower.
We'll have to disable them on foot. Once the guns are gone, you take out the tower.
Right, Commander. Setting you down here.
My people have been in exile for centuries. To be standing here in the land of my ancestors.
I know, I was about to say, this is a really pretty planet. Kind of reminds me a little bit of kind of the Wild West, if you see what I mean. The Wild West with a little bit of sea thrown in. But I'm thinking more towards there. Maybe that's just the fact that I recently replayed Red Dead Redemption talking. But I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about as well. Anyway, this is a big moment for Tali.
Jamming towers. Clever. But if we just towed in some asteroids...
You want to drop meteors on Rannoch? You'd make it unlivable.
The dust would settle, and you've already got the suits.
Yeah, I'm not picking sides in this discussion, guys. I'm sorry. I do have my own views on that particular discussion. Feel like I should just keep my mouth shut. Oh, hey. Hey. Can we headshot you? What? Yes, but not when you're doing things, apparently. Only when you're actually actively engaged. But yeah, this was a big moment for Tali. She's actually... Hang on a second. Why didn't I just use my powers? She's actually one of the first Quarians who gets to set foot on her home planet after... How long? How long have they been in space? 290 years. That's pretty unbelievable. Of course, somebody beat you to it, but I think you actually get to savor the moments a little bit more, Tali.
They came so far.
We need to radio Koris if we're gonna find him. Let's get to that jamming tower.
which is in that vague direction. Oh, nope. That's nice. I unlocked a weapon. I can also see a mine